Never heard anything like it. This couple living in California, Chinese descent, 38-year-old Silvia Zhang, 65-year-old husband. All right, so that's a little weird, but not that crazy these days. But it's what they were doing. A massive surrogacy scam. Why is it a scam? Well, they had 21 kids, aged 2 months to 13 years. All of them were removed by the state. 17 of the 21 kids were younger than 3. Most were born using multiple gestational surrogates, meaning the surrogate had no genetic link to the embryo they were carrying. The couple scammed surrogates into believing they wanted to have a second child after numerous failed rounds of IVF. So what were they up to, and how did it unravel? Well, back in May, police were contacted by a hospital that suspected a 2-month-old had been abused. Cops went to the home, and bingo, they saw this nanny shaking the baby on surveillance footage. That nanny is now on the run. The cops also found 15 kids living in the house and learned 6 more were staying with friends of the parents. All 21 kids were removed from the home and are now in foster care. The couple were arrested for neglect, but were released as cops continue to build a case against them. It's amazing who gets out of jail these days, isn't it? The couple say they wanted to have a large family, and any accusations of wrongdoing are misguided and wrong. They wanted a large family where not all of them live with them and have to live with their friends. Let's bring in Kayla Elliot. She was one of the surrogates and is now trying to gain custody of the baby that she gave birth to in March. And retired CIA officer and FBI special agent Tracy Walder, who now teaches counterterror at TCU. Tracy, Kayla, thank you each. Tracy, you said you've seen something like this before. What do you think it was about?
First, I actually want to thank Kayla for what she did in being a gestational surrogate. My own daughter was actually carried through a gestational surrogate. So I just really appreciate what you did. And I'm sorry that this turned out this way. What I have seen, and especially when I was an FBI agent in the LA field office, was something called birth tourism. There's actually 2 cases in 2019 and then in 2025 with Chinese nationals bringing individuals here to have babies here. Those babies growing up to a certain age here, going back to China, then coming back to the United States to actually engage in espionage. Now, I don't know if that's the case here. As you mentioned, Chris, this is really different than what we've seen before. And also what I thought was unique was the setup of their home, which it's been reported it was set up as almost a hotel with a clerk at the front desk. And so I have to really wonder more about what was going on in this home.
And who was financing it. Kayla, what can you tell us about how they got you to do this and what you think of it now?
Yeah, so back in January 2024, I had posted in a surrogate group on Facebook, basically trying to get some information about being a surrogate and what that looked like. I was reached out to on Facebook Messenger by Mark Surrogacy, and the message said something along the lines of, hey, Kayla, we have a Chinese intended parent couple that's ready to get started on this process. Would you be interested in talking more? So I agreed, and that's kind of how we got linked up to this whole mess.
What do you think it was about?
Honestly, after all of this has unfolded and all of these new facts have been brought to light, I definitely think there's some type of trafficking to some extent going on for sure. I mean, nobody in their right mind wants 21 children, and especially all at one time. I mean, the setup, the way everything is playing out, I mean, it definitely seems like something very fishy is going on, and it seems like it could be happening internationally to China as well. So who knows?
Did you get any read on them? Like, what can you tell us about these people?
So I met the intended father, the dad, whenever I went to California to do the embryo transfer. He did not speak English at all. He spoke Mandarin. So there was an agency coordinator there who spoke Mandarin that actually translated for him. The mom, I didn't meet her at transfer, but I did meet her. She was actually the one that came to pick up the baby. She was the whole situation was odd. She did not seem in any way, loving towards the baby. She barely even held the baby. She barely looked at the baby. I mean, it was totally very transactional, and it almost seemed as though she wasn't the mother. Like, it just seemed very cold. So yeah, it was very strange. Definitely not what I expected.
Did the baby look Asian?
Oh yeah, the baby was 100% Chinese.
How are you doing with your effort to get custody?
So it's been a little bit of a challenge. I've talked to a few attorneys, and it seems like everyone's a little bit stumped as to how to go about this, especially because
Yeah.
I'm in Texas, and I guess since the parents don't have trial until September, they haven't technically fully lost their custodial rights, and so once that happens, we might have a good chance of me being able to gain, guardianship of the child. And that's the hope anyways. That's what we're praying for. So we hope that that happens.
Tracy, how do you get out? You have 20 kids in your house, 6 living with other people. How do they get out? And like, what is the chance that they don't skip the country?
I am actually horrified, to be completely honest with you, Chris, that these individuals were released based on the scope and scale, if you want me to be honest, of what they're doing. I am shocked. But what I do think is because they owned that surrogacy agency, I think this is part of a larger FBI financial investigation that they are going to be doing, as well as what Kayla mentioned, an international trafficking investigation based on the setup of the house. That's what I think this is. My hope is obviously they will not skip the country. It's my understanding that they do have U.S. passports, but I am highly suspicious of that. In my own opinion, I also think from an investigatory standpoint, we need to look at these attorneys who okayed all of this.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.